Well, hello, it's me, Coach Rosa. As promised, we are going to do a weight loss with hypnosis session together live on Facebook. First time ever for me, so I'm going to admit I'm a little nervous. Heaven only knows how live goes. And I'm so glad people are tuning in already. Thanks to see you guys. I'm not going to spend a lot of time personalizing everyone that's joining because I want you to be able to watch this on the replay if you have to. It'll be up after. Hopefully, if it works properly, when I'm finished, you'll be able to watch it again, at least for a couple of hours today, and share it with your friends. But I'm so happy some people are actually watching, so that really makes me smile. So let me tell you what we're going to do today. And I'm sorry about the glare. I didn't know how to get rid of that glare. But if that's the worst thing that happens, we're doing good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about what to expect, what hypnosis is, what to expect, the mind itself, and then we're going to actually have a little session together, and you're going to experience hypnosis, and I'm going to do it in front of a camera. I've done it in front of a camera before, but there's always been with an audience, and everyone usually closes their eyes. So what's interesting is it will be on video, and I won't know if your eyes are open or closed. So it'll just be, me pretending and assuming everyone's deep in a nice, relaxed state of mind. So that'll take some time at the end. So the first piece will be explaining hypnosis, what to expect, that kind of thing, and then the mind itself, and then we'll actually get to experience a session. I'm so glad you guys are tuning in. I have over 20 years of experience in this, and hey guys, love you. So I have over 20 years experience in hypnosis, and I believe it's very powerful. It really makes a major impact in making changes in your life. So as we're preparing to do this, it's important that you get the most out of it. And the way to get the most out of it is, thank you guys for the love, is create a nice, quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Dexter is actually upstairs. He didn't like this. He tried to get in this chair so many times. When he sees me set up the camera and everything, he thinks he's going to come sit with me. But Dexter will flip out if somebody walks by, and he'll bark. And this is the one time where it's really not, okay, I want you guys to be able to relax. So create a space where you're not interrupted. And if you like, get comfortable at the end when we do the closed eye. You want to lie down, go ahead. No one can see you, so you're good. Also, if you want some music in the background, I did put a link in. If you want that, that might help. I can try to put music on. I just didn't know if you would hear it from where you are. So I didn't really want to chance it and then have you not get the experience that you deserve. So what I would suggest is you just create some of your own music, and if you download the one that I add the link to, it's very conducive to helping you relax and get into a nice trance state. All those really nice meditative type music, they're designed that way, so they help you get into alpha very quickly. And really, you can't do it wrong. It's really, those are the main things. Get comfortable and play 100%. So I hope you want to play. That's really all I really want for you to get from this. So I'm the creator of Mind Over Platter, and Mind Over Platter is a weight loss program that came about because of my work in becoming certified as a clinical hypnotist. Actually, back then it was clinical hypnotherapist. They've changed language over the years, and so technically, because I'm not a therapist, I can't say hypnotherapist, so I'm actually a hypnotist, or I'm certified in clinical hypnosis. So even though all my certifications say hypnotherapist on them, and I'm trained at a master level in many types of hypnosis. So when I started doing this in 1996, locally, I took an advanced course as well by someone, and it was almost like my thesis. I created this whole program to get my master level certification, and I called it Mind Over Platter. And it was a breakdown of how I would help someone lose weight. And she loved it, and she was so encouraging. And she's passed. She was a sweetheart, actually. Her name was Claire Remington, lovely, lovely lady. And her husband was Fred Remington. I believe he was a psychiatrist in town. I loved learning from. I'm so privileged. I got to learn from a lot of great people over the years. And so Claire really encouraged me and said, you're on to something. Do this. Make this happen. And that's how I designed Mind Over Platter. It's based on the early work I did, and then I actually played it out, used it on myself, lost 25 pounds, created a private practice, worked with people for 10 years, helped lots of people in groups and one-on-one, and kind of decided I don't want to do the one-on-one thing. I don't have time for it. So then I created a virtual program and actually got an award for it in 2004 called mindoverplatter.com. So currently what I offer virtually is a similar program. Actually, it's much more improved than the one I originally did in 2004. Far more coaching approach. And so that's what I'm bringing you, and where I got the inspiration to do this. And then with all the lives, I thought, let's try it. Let's see if this works. It should work. It should work just fine. It's technology cooperating. So, and me making mistakes in front of you guys and not being in person. So people are more forgiving in person, I noticed, than on a recording or on the internet. So I'm going to trust you all love me as much as I love you, and it'll be fine. So let's talk about the mind. It's brilliant. I love the power of the mind. So the mind, we have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind. And you'll notice my eyes darting because I have a to-do list here on the side, and I don't want to take too much time and not give you the time that you need to actually experience the relaxation. So I'm going to peek at my notes to keep me on track. Conscious mind, subconscious mind. So the conscious mind, it's a very analytical, judging part of our mind. And it looks around all the time and it says, what's happening and what does this mean to me? That's the purpose of the conscious mind. And it's there to protect you, really. But it's always scanning and the cross-referencing information. What's happening right now and what exactly does this mean to me? Now, the subconscious mind, that's the part of our mind that's far greater, far bigger. And it's the part of our mind that is creative and free-flowing and not judgmental. And it's saying, okay, that's kind of what the subconscious mind does. It goes with the program. So it says, sure, okay. So whatever you are programmed to do, whatever you're internally programmed to do, the subconscious mind does not question these things. And so all habits, why this is important to know, the subconscious mind is where all habits, all beliefs, our values are all stored in the subconscious mind. And I'm so excited to see so many of you joining me. Thank you guys for joining. And its primary focus with the subconscious mind is to keep you alive, to keep you healthy and moving forward, right? That's its goal. So the subconscious mind is in charge of making sure we do all of our functions to be alive. If you had to think about your heart beating, you wouldn't make it through the day, guys. If we had to consciously breathe all day long, now mindfully, when it's mindfulness, it's important to be aware of our breathing. But can you consciously pay attention to each and every breath? We'd be dropping like flies if it was up to our conscious mind. Thank God it's not. The subconscious mind is on it and it takes care of us. And so all these things are being automatically taken care of subconsciously. That's what's so beautiful about our minds. There is this massive part of our mind that runs the show. We're blindly following it and we don't even know what's in there. And that's why I love hypnosis, and that's why I started doing this kind of work. Is once I understood that the subconscious mind is where it's at, where habits, beliefs, values are stored, well then in order to make a real change, a life-lasting change, we have to go there and we have to make a change there. Because it's difficult to make a change consciously, because the conscious mind is very judgy, very judgmental, very suspicious, and it tends to cross-reference information. So it's not always going to be on board with something that you want to do. So let's talk about the formation of a habit. Let's talk about how habits are formed, because that's where the conscious and the subconscious mind come together. So if I say, I want to learn how to do something, I want to create a habit, or even if I don't know, I want to create a habit. Habits are formed through repetition and conditioning, right? So if I'm doing something and I think, I'm hungry, and in the morning I get a bowl of oatmeal, and I read that bananas are good for you, so I cut up some bananas, and I add some almond milk, which is all fine and good. And then I think I'm going to throw some honey in this thing. And I eat this every morning, right? What happens is the conscious mind is the one saying, let's make the oatmeal, let's do this, let's make it with the almond milk. The subconscious mind doesn't care. The subconscious mind is like a child. Think of your subconscious mind as a 5-year-old. It operates on the level of 5-year-old. It doesn't evaluate, it's trusting. It just says, sure thing, whatever you want, we'll do it. So the subconscious mind could care less what you eat for breakfast. The conscious mind is choosing to make to have that. Well, now let's say you do the steel-cut, old-fashioned oatmeal that takes 10 minutes to cook. Well, you have to go through the motions of doing this. In the beginning, it feels like work. You've got to remember to cook it for so long and stir it and not burn it or wherever it is. I do mine in the crock pot. So it has to happen so many times over and over again consciously for it to become a subconscious habit. Now here's the deal. Between the conscious and the subconscious mind is what we call critical faculty. It's the gatekeeper. There is a gatekeeper in your mind, and it's the part that rises up and says, whoa, whoa, freeze, what's happening right now? Now in a situation like I'm changing what I eat for breakfast to oatmeal, the critical faculty part of your mind is probably not going to raise too much resistance. It's going to say, why are we doing this? And if your value is health, if that's one of your core values, you believe, I want to have a healthy heart, and you believe the commercials that have said, eating oatmeal is going to give you a healthy heart, well then you have a lot of reasons to follow this program. So the critical part of your brain says, oh, that makes sense, sure thing. Fits my value system. We want to have a healthy heart. You want to lose weight. Boom, go down. Information passes quickly. The subconscious mind grabs it, and that becomes an easy habit to integrate. Now it's a matter of just doing it over and over again. And now, 2 months from now, you're making oatmeal like not while you're brushing your teeth and doing everything else, and you're not thinking about it. It's just normal to you. That's a formation of a habit. Repetition, conditioning, and you have to get the subconscious mind, that critical faculty on board to lower itself, and then it passes over, and once it pops into a habit, it stays there until it's replaced by something else. So think about, and I don't know if you remember this, I used to have one of those phones that you dialed your phone number, and my first phone number was 7-digit. I mean, they're all 7 digits long, right? There's a reason for that, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But I had to remember that phone number just in case I had to call home, right? You memorize that phone number by saying it over and over and over again. The critical part of your mind relaxes because it says, well, it's important to learn a phone number in case you have to call mom, you need a ride or whatever. And that becomes easily you have reason to want to memorize it. You're motivated. It stays there until you replace it with another phone number. Now you change phones. You have a whole new phone number. You got to go through the process all over again because your natural instinct is to dial the old phone number. And I don't know about you, but I can dial a phone number, but I can't remember the numbers because it's memory, right? It's like a muscle memory. We've done it over and over and over again. Now it gets more complicated when you're trying to do something a little more intense, like learning how to drive a car. When I was learning how to drive a car, they didn't require you to buckle your seatbelt. That was a law that came after. So I had enough to remember about driving a car. And you've got to look over your shoulder, you've got to parallel park, you've got to make sure that you're looking on your left and your right. Where's the directional, where's the windshield wiper? It's overwhelming. The conscious mind can only handle about 5 to 9 bits of information at any given time. This is very important, because the conscious mind will get overwhelmed. The subconscious mind can handle millions of things at any given moment. So it's to your advantage to do something over and over again and have it pass critical faculty, because once it goes into the subconscious mind and it's a habit, we don't think about it anymore. That's the beauty of it. Now you can drive, you can buckle your seatbelts. Well, when they made us buckle our seatbelts, I had a new habit to learn because I was in the habit of just driving. Then it became a law, and they had the big signs that said, buckle up, to remind you, snap you out of that trance. And then I'd buckle up, and I'd say, oh, we got to do this. It didn't matter to my subconscious mind whether we had to do it or not. It was more a matter of breaking the habit of not doing it. So habits are part of the subconscious mind, and they're easier to follow when they're embedded in there. Consciously, it takes a long time to do it. I don't believe the 21 repetitions, guys. I don't buy it. 21 repetitions to create a new habit is usually about something that's so indulgent and so easy to fall in love with that, yeah, that works. But when it's painful, when it takes time, when it takes effort, it's usually more than 21 times. So keep that in mind. Keep with it. So that's how habits are formed. Now, the beauty of hypnosis is you are creating new habits in a state of a trance. In the state of a trance, it goes by a lot faster. So trance is where people start to get freaked out and nervous and worry and say, well, wait a minute, how am I, going to, am I going to fall asleep? Am I going to quack like a duck? No. Trances are natural. It's an alpha brain state or deeper, and it's a result of your mind going into this really nice space where your brain waves are in flow, you're in flow, and you're just on autopilot. So now you know how to drive, and you're driving to work. Have you ever passed your exit? Or were you ever afraid you passed your exit, but you didn't pass your exit? You were in a trance. That's a trance. Have you ever watched TV and you can't remember what happened 5 seconds ago? That's a trance. We're in and out of trance all day long. All day long. My favorite, though, is the food trance, which is why hypnosis works so well. Because we're sitting at a movie theater, you get a big box of popcorn, and guess what? Somebody ate all that popcorn. You look down at the bowl and it's empty. Where did it go? And you couldn't remember eating it because you were in a trance. And your stomach is full, so you're proof that you actually did eat it. We go in and out of trance all day. So what I love about hypnosis is you are making suggestions that are for your highest good in a trance state of mind. And you are going back and forth with these repetitions in an imagined state, not physically have to do it over and over again. And that's what helps it become so effective. Because here's the thing, guys. The thing is, your brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. It doesn't. Your brain, when you imagine, and you use visualization, they do it in sports all the time, you condition your mind first and the body follows. The brain can't tell the difference. The neural pathways are fired up. And they've done enough studies on this, so I don't need to go through all that. So many studies on how effective it is to utilize visualization techniques to make a change, because the brain thinks it really happened, and it didn't, but it responds like it did, and you get the same results. You can lower your blood pressure just doing that. You can lower your blood pulse. You can go into a very relaxed state, imagine something, they check it, and sure enough, it happened because your brain believed it. That's why it's so interesting. It's so fun to play with. So the other thing I want to tell you why we want to play around with this and why the critical faculty is so important is, how I said the conscious mind is only going to focus on 5, 7, 8, 9 things at any given moment, but the subconscious mind can focus on millions? There's a reticulating activating system in your brain. It's the antenna. And I've talked about it in other videos. That antenna, it's based on what you're programmed to believe, to look for. And it pretty much goes up and it just beeps around and looks at the surroundings. Well, here's what's happening. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like this. Your conscious mind is tuned in to what the antenna's channel is looking for. And if you believe that if you lose weight, you're only going to gain it back again, or people my age after having kids or having, this age in my life aren't going to lose weight, your metabolism is too slow, your brain the antenna is looking for evidence to support it. And it's saying, oh, here's a reason to believe that. Oh, here's another reason to believe it. And it's going to reinforce your belief system. So consciously, we really shouldn't be paying attention to more than 7 or 8, 9 things at any given moment, because we're going to feel overwhelmed and kind of a little crazy. It's not good for you. So there's a protection mechanism. Subconsciously, unconsciously, you're aware of all kinds of things going on right now. I put Dexter upstairs because I don't want another thing to pay attention to consciously. When I teach, most of the time, because this is new, it's not my normal, when I teach, I go into autopilot. Hey, good to see you. And I can actually teach a class without even thinking about it, most of the topics. Now we threw in a different element. So something's distracting me, right? It's something else to pay attention to. And that is where the conscious mind starts to lose its beat a little bit. Now, here's the cool thing about the conscious subconscious mind with perception of that antenna. There's a form of hypnosis that detectives like to use and investigators. And it's mainly around people that have witnessed crimes. And it's really fascinating. I've never studied it, but I always thought I'd love to. So you go into let's say you work at a store and somebody comes in and there's a crime that's committed. They rob you or something, and thank God you're okay and everyone's okay. Well, consciously, you're not going to remember very much. You might say the person was tall, they had brown hair, and they drove a yellow car. That's as much as I can remember. Now, when they put someone in a trance and they hypnotize them and they say, do you remember the surroundings? Look at it now. Subconsciously, first of all, you've got like a major peripheral vision. People with alarming accuracy can tell the license plate number, the driver's license number on their driver's license, all kinds of information under a trance. It's amazing, truly amazing. So trust your subconscious mind's paying attention. You can trust that. And now we want to alert it to do something else. So I told you beliefs, habits are stored in the subconscious mind. So's your self-image. This is why weight loss is so positively affected by hypnosis, because we have an image of ourselves and it's stored in our subconscious mind. And I'm going to tell you something. The beliefs we have are stored there. All that negative self-talk, it's all embedded in there. So what has to happen is we have to go into that subconscious mind. We have to change up that belief. And because what's happened is the antenna goes up and it's looking for exactly what you said to look for. And it's going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you're looking for something very specific, or you like something, you just have a certain type of car you love, wherever you go out, you'll see the car because the antenna's looking for it. If you have a belief that says, I'm never going to be successful at weight loss, you're going to start to sabotage yourself because the antenna is scanning for the 5, 7, 9 things that support what you said you wanted, because its job is to make you right, to make you feel loved, to make you feel like you are getting what you asked for. So these beliefs that we try to rework, those have been there for a long time. You probably didn't even ask for them. They're probably given to you. Our parents, God love them, they did their best. But many times we got some negative beliefs from them. Our heritage, I'm not going to, if you can't tell, I'm Italian. I got all kinds of beliefs being Italian. You're supposed to finish all your food on your plate. You're not supposed to, if you have a craving when you're pregnant and you don't satisfy the craving, you've just jeopardized the child, your unborn child. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that I grew up hearing. And you don't even question it. It's just embedded in there. So those are even our religion, the media, all the stuff we watch on the news, all that stuff's passing the critical faculty of our brain, and it's going into the subconscious mind, and we blindly follow the program. And I don't want you to blindly follow the program anymore. I want you to make a decision. What belief serves me? What belief do I want? What belief and values that I have need to change, not need to change, but what I do outside of that subconscious programming, what can I do differently to support what it is I really, really, really want? And so you have to kind of do a little, research on that. Some things, though, they're very easy to work with hypnosis, because maybe I have a rule that I was raised with you don't waste food, which I had that kind of rule. You don't waste food. Well, that was an old rule. That was a belief I had, but it was hard to throw away food. And it was hard to get rid of it. It's hard to not finish the food on your plate because you were rewarded for finishing food and punished for not. And so that's a very deep-seated belief that affects our core image, that affects how we operate, and affects that antenna searching for things, right? Well, we want to mix that up. We want to change that. And how we change it is we rewrite the program. We reprogram the mind. And then we condition with repetition and do it over and over and over again, and then we align that with our values. When it's aligned with your values, that's going to be a lot easier for the brain to accept it and implement. And the other thing that helps reprogram the mind is igniting it with a real strong imagination. Imagination is the language of the subconscious mind. If you can imagine something and you can get excited about it, you're going to start igniting that antenna, and it's going to start looking for it. So what we're doing when we do these closed eye visualizations, this hypnotic pattern, is we are telling the antenna what to look for. We are swapping out the 7, 8, 9 things it's looking for. And we say, stop looking for reasons to believe that I'm going to gain weight after 50 and start looking for reasons to believe that women are at their best at 50. And it starts to happen. That antenna starts looking, and next thing you know, you see 5 women. I'm going to use me as an example. I see women who are really fit and healthy in their 50s. And I go, thank you, subconscious mind. You are showing me what I want to see. It will change the program and alert you to what you want to see. And that's what we're doing together. So if you don't believe me, I want to play a little game with you. Just for a second. I want you, and if you're driving, you can't do this. So don't do any closed eye things when you're driving, by the way. So don't be driving when I do the closed eye part, because it is hypnotic language pattern. So here's what I want you to do for a second. Is I want you to just for a moment close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, I want you just imagine you're in your kitchen. And you go over to the refrigerator and you open the refrigerator door. And you can feel the gust of air come out of the refrigerator. And you look in the refrigerator and you see this bowl of lemons. And provided you're fine with lemons, you're not allergic or anything, you open that, you take that lemon out of the refrigerator. And you go over and you get a cutting board, get your favorite knife. And I want you to just take this lemon and you look at it, feel the feeling of the lemon in your hand. Smell it. And notice the stamp, the little green stamp on it. And I want you to put it on the cutting board, and then I want you to cut that lemon in half. And you can feel the juices of the lemon. And then I want you to turn it over and cut it in 4s, right? And then you're going to take a quarter wedge of that lemon just for fun. You're going to bring it up to your nose, you're going to smell it, and it's dripping along the side of your hands. But lemon juice is good for you. And then I want you to bite into the lemon. Just bite. And you can taste the sourness, but maybe it's in season, so it tastes pretty good, but it's puckering your lips and you're salivating. Notice how much you salivated, and you taste that lemon. And now I want you to open your eyes, and I want to know something. Did you actually salivate? Did you actually anticipate putting that lemon in your mouth? And most people, I've taught this so many times, and I still do this. I still salivate. I still feel the sourness of the lemon. That is all a trance is. Your brain doesn't know the difference between really biting into a lemon and pretending you did. And this is the power of why we want to do this, why we want to play with this. Because I'm going to make suggestions about you, feeling like you deserve to live in a healthy, fit body, that you are an amazing person, and you only eat when you're hungry, and you stop when you're satisfied, and then you find it easy to resist sweets and junk food. I'm going to make suggestions that are for your good, I promise. I've been doing this a long time, and you truly can trust me. If I had to be hypnotized by someone, I would trust me, because I know I love you, and I want the best for you. And I've been doing this long enough that I know what suggestions will help you. And so the cool thing about this is treat it like a good book or like that lemon. Trust your brain is applying what we're telling it to do. And so the best approach is just like you read a good book. When you read a good book, you get sucked into the story and you let your mind wander into the story. Use your imagination. And then you'll feel yourself listening to me and then maybe drifting. And then listening to me and then drifting. And that's okay. Each time you do it, it's easier and easier. All right? So you're always in control. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And because I don't know if you have your eyes closed or not, I will have to sip water from time to time, and I might even have to put a tissue up to my nose, so this goes with the territory of life. So are we ready to play with this? If we're ready, I want you to get comfortable. I want you to find a comfortable place. And I want you to put on some music if you have music in the background, okay? And if you don't want music, it's fine. You don't need music. Either way is fine. So all you're going to do is you're going to take some nice deep breaths. In through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And just sit back, relax, and just close your eyes. Taking some nice long deep breaths. And as your eyes are closed, and you're breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, I want to help you condition your mind in your body to do this. And here's one way to do it. Imagine the word relax, but break it up into 2 syllables where you're breathing in through your nose and you think re. Pause for a moment and then exhale through your mouth and think of the second part of the word, lax. Breathe in through your nose, pause for a moment, and then as you're thinking lax, exhale through your mouth. Breathing this way, breaking the word up, relax, is a way to trigger your brain that it's time to relax. So get comfortable, close your eyes, and relax. Breathing in through your nose, pausing for a moment, and exhaling through your mouth. That's right. And you're only doing this breathing pattern until you become so relaxed that you resume your natural breathing pattern. And as you relax deeper and deeper, just focus on the sound of my voice, allowing my voice to guide you and to direct you to a deeper, deeper place where you can receive these suggestions are for your highest good. I love you and I want what's best for you. And I promise, relaxing deeper and deeper, I promise to make suggestions that are for your highest good. And your subconscious mind will only accept those suggestions if there's anything that doesn't agree with your best interest. Your subconscious mind will remind you that's not what's best. For example, as you relax deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, if you had a food allergy, you wouldn't imagine that you'd want that food. You can trust your subconscious mind. It loves you, it protects you, and it just wants to follow the program. So as you're imagining for a moment that you're in a beautiful forest and you could see these rich green leaves on the trees, just breathe that fresh air. Notice the gorgeous golden yellow sun, and it's just shining down on your face and it warms every muscle as you're relaxing deeper and deeper. Imagine off in the distance the sound of birds singing. Relax all the way down. Relax. Imagine that golden sun is relaxing your back of your head and your ears and your face. You just relax deeper. It's so warm, so peaceful. You can even hear the sounds of a brook off in the distance, and you imagine that crystal blue water. It's so relaxing to listen to the sound of water, that refreshing, life-giving water. Relax. That golden, warm sun going down over your neck and shoulders. Relaxing. Arms, wrists, and hands. Relaxing deeper and deeper, all the way down to your fingertips. As you drift deeper and deeper now, just let that golden orange sun, that golden sunlight, go down over your chest and back, and you can feel your muscles relaxing now. Stomach and lower back, relaxing deeper. All the way down, hips and thighs, as you're walking along this beautiful forest. Knees and calves, deeper and deeper still. Just relax. Ankles and feet all the way down to the tips of your toes. Relax. That's right. Relax. It's so nice to listen but not have to hear. And even if you hear, you don't have to pay attention. Just allow my voice to guide you, my words to guide you from within. That's right. Now we're going to go down a little deeper to an optimal place for you to receive these suggestions about creating a healthy, fit body, healthy mind, healthy body. It is your birthright. You deserve it. You, my beautiful friend, deserve it. So here's what we're going to do. Imagine off in this beautiful forest, there's this gorgeous stone staircase, and you're going to step down each one of those steps, but I'm going to count backwards. And as I count backwards, you'll allow yourself to drift down deeper and deeper with each step. Deeper and deeper, knowing that when we get to the bottom of that staircase, you will be in the optimal place to receive these suggestions about letting go of weight, about creating a healthy mind and a healthy body. That's right. So as you step down that first step, 10. Oh, so deep. Relax, deeper and deeper. As you step down even further deeper, 9. Relax, relax. Going down, 8. 10 times deeper. Oh, just let yourself relax. All the way down. 7. Deeper and deeper still. 6. Going down. Down. That's right. 5. Relax. Relax. Deeper and deeper than B. 4. Go down that step. Going down. 3 times deeper now. Oh, it's so nice to just relax. 2. All the way down. And this feeling as you're stepping down is just wonderful. Relax, relax, relax. And imagine as you're walking down this beautiful path, imagine off in a distance you see this mirror, this reflection of yourself. Except this is you in your ideal healthy body looking back at you. And as you're walking towards the mirror, you like what you see. You look good. You look amazing. Oh, go ahead. Pretend, imagine, let yourself see yourself in that healthy, fit body. And now walk up to the mirror. You see yourself in this healthy, fit body, and I want you to step into the mirror. Oh, I want you to try this body on. Do it. Step into the mirror now. Try that body on. Relax. 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 Notice what it feels like to live in this healthy body. To bend and stretch and feel the toneness of your body. You deserve this. You really do. You were created with a purpose, on purpose. And you are loved, so deeply loved. You deserve to live your life in a healthy and fit body. Because there is no one in this world like you, and there never ever will be. And there is something you and only you we're meant to do, which is why it's so important that you create this healthy body and live in it and have the energy that you need to do the good work you're here to do, to be the beautiful person you were meant to be. And so let's just get that straight. You 100% deserve it. You are worthy, you are loved, you are deserving. Absolutely 100%. I want you to imagine for a moment as you live in this healthy, fit body and experience it, that way, way up above you is this beautiful white light swirling and swirling. And I want you to know, as you relax deeper and deeper, that white light, it is the source of all love, all healing, pure potentiality. And it is always connected to you, always, in all ways, always. Allow it to flow down through the top of your head and to let each and every cell of your body feel that energy, that love, that knowing. Most people don't realize they deserve to live in a healthy body. Most people don't realize they are worthy. In this moment, you realize it. It is true. You are connected to this lovely, beautiful, healing energy always. Imagine how it feels to live in this healthy body. That's right. And there's some things you did differently to get to this healthy body. One of the things you did is you became aware of your body and of hunger. And on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being famished, 10 being stuffed, you became aware that you only want to eat when you're hungry, which is a 2 or a 3. It's actually where you have good judgment and you know to decide what I want to eat. It's not that you're famished and starving and you'll reach for anything. 1 is dangerous because you'll eat anything and you'll overeat and you'll exceed comfort. So you've changed that habit. You eat only when you're physically hungry and you stop the moment you're satisfied. Satisfied, that's like a 6. That's like a 5 or a 6. It's nowhere near 10. 10 is Thanksgiving dinner, overdid it, added dessert on top of it before you were hungry, and now you're stuffed beyond measure and you feel terrible afterwards. So uncomfortable. You don't like the feeling of being stuffed. You don't even like full. You like satisfied. You have changed your belief. You eat only when you're physically hungry. That's around a 2 or a 3 on the scale from 1 to 10. And you stop the very moment you're satisfied, which is like a 5 or a 6. You eat only when you're physically hungry. And you stop the moment you're satisfied as you relax deeper and deeper. And as you imagine that somewhere in your life where you typically sit down to eat, you notice there's a lot of food on that plate. And you're aware, I'm only going to eat when I'm physically hungry, which is a 2 or a 3. I'm not starving, I'm hungry. I'm going to stop when I hit a 5 or a 6, and that's satisfied. You could actually eat more, but you're comfortable. This did the trick. And you used to have a belief that you couldn't waste food, that you had to eat everything on your plate. That belief is gone. You let go of that belief. It no longer serves you. You eat only when you're physically hungry. You stop the moment you're satisfied. And as you take your time and you chew slowly, you realized you're at a 5 or a 6. There's about half that food left on that plate. You push the plate away. You take a nice, deep breath, and you feel so satisfied. You couldn't possibly add to this feeling. And you just push that plate away, and you feel proud of yourself. You did it. You could save the rest of this food for later. You get 2 meals for the price of 1. And I'm going to tell you something as you relax deeper and deeper. Tossing out food isn't a waste. It's eating it when you're not hungry. That's a waste. You can save some for later. You can get 2 meals out of the price of 1. You've let go of that old belief, and you've replaced it with a new belief. I can get 2 meals for the price of 1. And I'm not wasting food. Because if I eat it, it's a bigger waste. Because it turns up on your waist. And you don't want that. You hate the feeling of being stuffed. You actually no longer like the feeling of being full. As you relax deeper and deeper, you find it so easy to resist the temptation of sweets, of junk food, of salty, greasy foods. You notice the flavor it leaves in your mouth, the coating on your tongue, and you notice how you feel after. It doesn't feel good. You don't like it. And now, as you relax deeper and deeper, your brain moves forward to after you've eaten that food, and you think about it before you eat the food. And you find it so easy to resist the temptation of sweets, of salty snacks, of junk food, greasy foods, and you replace them with healthy, natural foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins. And as you begin to notice the dryness around your lips and around your mouth, you realize something. You're thirsty. The brain doesn't know the difference between hunger and thirst. Well, now you're aware of it, and you crave fresh, delicious, life-giving water, clean water, and you drink water frequently throughout the day. You enjoy refreshing water, as the water quenches your hunger as well. So as you're relaxing deeper and deeper now, deeper and deeper, you deserve to create this healthy, happy mind and body. And you listen to your body. You eat only when you're physically hungry. You stop the very moment you're satisfied. On a scale from 1 to 10, hunger's around a 2 or a 3. Satisfied is a 5 or a 6. It's nowhere near full or stuffed. It's satisfied. You can save some for later. You get 2 meals for the price of 1. You like this new mindset. And as you imagine your healthy, fit body, and you feel this healthy, fit body, my voice goes with you wherever you go to remind you that you deserve this. You really do. And whatever it takes to create this healthy, fit body, your subconscious mind is raising that antenna, and it's going to remind you consciously to do whatever it takes to make your health one of your highest priorities. As sure as the sun rises, this is going to be in your reality. Every time you see this video, you listen to this video, you hear my voice, it reactivates these suggestions. The more you listen to it, the easier they integrate into your mind. The more you do it, the more it becomes part of your life. And imagine in the future, you're with friends, where they're laughing, you're having a great time. There's a plate of food in front of you, and you realize you listen to your body, you take your time, you chew slowly. And you realize you're satisfied. You push that plate away, and you say, take the rest to go. You did it. Feel proud of yourself. You are in control of food. Food does not control you. You've taken back control over food, my friend, and it will never control you again, whatever it takes. You've done it. You deserve it. And you're activating these powerful suggestions. Every time you see that hashtag Coach Rosa Live, hashtag Coach Rosa Live will reignite these powerful suggestions subconsciously, and your mind will remind you to listen to your body, to eat only when you're physically hungry, to stop the moment you're satisfied. And it's a waste to finish a plate of food. It's better to get 2 meals for the price of 1. And as you integrate these suggestions now at the deepest level, remembering you're always connected to that beautiful source of all love, all healing, always. You deserve to take the best care of you. As you just see yourself in that mirror, step out of the mirror now. Imagine you're in this healthy, fit, beautiful body, and you're walking along appreciating this body. You deserve this. You've created something pretty cool. You have energy. You feel loved. You are deserving. you have integrated all these suggestions at the highest level, at the deepest level. And as you integrate them now, walking along, I'm going to count to 5. And at the count of 5, you will open your eyes and you will do whatever you were planning on doing for the rest of the day. You will feel refreshed, you will feel energized, and you will know that you truly deserve this, that you are a beautiful being, a beautiful soul, and as sure as that sun shines, you deserve this, and you integrate these suggestions. And the people around you, they too will have permission to take care of themselves and to make health a high priority as well, because you are an example. People are looking and appreciating that. And now you have made a positive impact to those around you. So it's like you begin to rise up from 1 to 2, becoming aware of the sound of my voice. Rising all the way up to 3, aware of the suggestions that we made, or maybe some of them you didn't even hear. That's okay. Your subconscious mind is listening. Rising up to 4, fully alert, energized, ready to have an awesome day, and opening your eyes at 5, peaceful and relaxed, integrating each and every suggestion, integrating it completely. I hope you participated in this, and if you didn't, then replay and participate, because this is awesome. I don't know how much time you think went by, but it was probably 20 or 30 minutes. The cool thing about a trance is time just stands still. You usually don't judge time well. You don't know. You either over or underestimate it. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you played. I hope you got something out of it. I really, really love you. I really appreciate you letting me do this and giving me the opportunity. I do want to share something that I'd love for you to share with your friends, and that is, if you like what we did, if you think there's something that you're going to benefit from, or someone you know might benefit from it, it's exactly why I created Mind Over Platter. And so thank you, Susan. Now I can talk to you guys again. I'm glad you guys like this. So I'm going to do something I've never done before. And so my members, they don't even know about this. And I'm going to do a special trial offer. So normally what my weight loss program does, the virtual weight loss program, mindoverplatter.com, and we integrate hypnosis into it. Very short sessions. Oh, I'm so glad you like that. So I have a one-time special, which is a trial offer. If somebody listens to this, and I'll put it in the comments, and thank you, I'm glad you liked it. You can go to mindoverplatter.com/trial offer/, and actually that is only going to charge, if you want to do it, $1 for the first month. And there's a lot of great stuff in there. After that, it goes to its regular price, which is $24.95. But I want to offer that to you as a gift, and you can certainly offer it to your friends, because this really is powerful and it's very impactful. And weekly, I have different sessions like tapping or hypnosis, in addition to coaching. And so I want you to know that this is available to you. I want to share it with you, and I've never done it before. So thank you so much. I've already taken a lot of your time. It's 50 minutes, and I didn't plan on taking that long, but thank you. And I'm glad you were relaxed. That's so good to hear. You did it right then. You should be able to watch this on the replay and share it with your friends, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Love you.